Hello and namaste. My name is Francisco and I'm here with the one and only Michael Yang. And we're going to go ahead and hit a hybrid fitness and yoga routine today. So we're going to go ahead and start at the back of our mat. Sit distance in between our feet, facing forward, standing tall. Arms along our side, palms facing forward. Tailbones tucked, cores drawn in. Lengthen out through the top of your head. Find a steady gaze. And let's set a quick intention. So I want you to think of a family member, somebody you know, somebody you don't know that could use some positive energy in their lives. Some type of positive strength, healing, anything. For them, think of somebody right now at this moment. It could be even yourself that needs this positive energy to be drawn through your mat into you. Or you can share your energy with everyone around you or who needs it. So find an intention. And then think of the name, think of the group, think of the people you are sharing this energy with, and then inhale that thought up towards the sky, reach your hands up, look up towards the ceiling, and on your exhale, nice and slow, forward fold, hinge at the waist. Take a slight bend in the knees here in our first round. Bring the weight back to the heels, lift the toes, spread them out. Lightly press into our fingertips or our palms if we're able to get down that low. And then we're going to lengthen our spine forward. So pressing into the palms, pointing our heart forward. And on our exhale, go ahead and release back into our fold. And then setting up for our monkey pose. Bring hands to shins. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Pausing here, finding a steady breath. Michael's doing a great job of lengthening the spine. We're going to make the low back a little bit more full. Breathing with intention, gazing slightly in front of you with your eyes, keeping the neck long, not crunched. Find an inhale, lengthen it and more, exhale, fold, release. And then coming to a stand, inhale, next inhale, stand nice and tall. Cactus, open the arms, exhale, open the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades, engage the big back muscles. Spreading the hands out wide, next inhale, look up towards the ceiling, reach the arms up nice and high. Side stretch, right hand releases along the right side body, left arm reaches over to your right. Pressing through your left heel, and not crunching into our right rib cage here. So it's common when we go into that side bend, we crunch. So I want you to think, still keep that nice strong bend, but inflate that. Soften the traps. Let the tricep hold the arm up. Squeeze it. Nice and slow, looking up and then coming to center with an inhale. Lengthen your spine, lengthen your side bodies. Side stretch, exhale, nice and slow, reaching over to your left with your right hand. Left arm reaches down the left leg. Press through your right heel. Let's give us some reminders here. Bring the weight back to the heels again and tuck the tailbone. Keep the low back full. Lengthen your spine and your bend and inflate that left side body here now. Soften the right shoulder. Engage that right tricep to help lift that arm. Nice and slow. Inhale, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, nice and slow. Walking out with your hands into a high plank position. So once we get into our flat position here, we want to go ahead and bring our feet into touch. Making sure that our shoulders are stacked over our wrists. So Michael can walk his hands forward just a half an inch. Beautiful. And then engaging the tricep strong here so that we don't have to use our neck muscles here. Strengthen the hands like a lion would into the ground for grip, right? So strengthen the hands, strengthen the triceps, relax the neck, let the core take over. Okay, if this is a little too intense for you in this position, you can lower down to your knees and hold this position. Just make sure that we adjust the hands. So see how the hips are kind of bent here. We want to be able to bring the hands forward so the hips can come flat. So we can mimic that. And then we want to strengthen the glutes. So coming back to our working position, final 10 seconds here. Glutes are strong, quads are strong to help support that low back. Hug your heels into one another, hug your knees into one another, hug your glutes in, and then find that low belly strength. Draw the core to the back of your spine and keep it drawing there. Nice and slow, find a deep breath in. On your exhale, you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet. Keep your legs as straight as you can. Forward fold, feet into touch. Inhale, halfway up, monkey pose, hands to shins, lengthen the spine. Coming into chair pose, so sinking the hips back and down. We're doing our best to keep our knees back, lift the toes. All right, we want to bring the work into our quads and our glutes. Hugging our knees in, hugging our feet in, hugging our glutes in here, and seeing if we can tuck our tailbone just like we did at the beginning of the practice. Finding more work in the legs after tucking the tailbone if you've done it correctly. And then same thing, softening our traps, right? And then using these lovely triceps to go ahead and fire up and pull those arms up there. Strong. Reaching out through the fingertips. Soft face, soft jaw, right? That doesn't need to be working here. Soft mind, strong mind. Who are we doing these reps for? Who needs this energy in their life? Right? Maybe it's you. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's a friend, a group you don't know. Slowly bringing hands down to your sides and then pressing through your heels. Inhale, stand up nice and tall. Arms reach up over your head. Palms touch the hands centered. Good, gazing forward. Good, I'd like you to close your eyes here for just a moment, hands at heart center. And just reflect for just a moment. All right, how do you feel just after that little bit of movement? We haven't even done much. But what does the movement change? Can you notice something there? Your emotions, have they changed? Your breath, has it changed? Your energy, has it changed? All right? Just getting started. So blink your eyes open, looking forward. Now we've got to get our game faces on. I'm going to start getting into a little bit more working set warm up here. Okay? So working calves are up, arms alongside, palms facing forward, standing tall. Let's get hip distance back into our feet. Inhale, the arms up nice and high. And then exhale, swan dive. Arms out wide to the sides of the bodies as we fold forward. Inhale, halfway up, monkey pose, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands to the floor, walk out, high plank position. Lowering down to our forearms, low plank position. Getting our cores here to fire up right away at the beginning of our practice. Right, that is the glue between our lower body and our upper body. That better be one of the strongest parts of you. All right, so finding it right away here. So we're going to step our feet in again here to touch. Quads are strong, glutes are tight, tailbone is tucked. All right, tucking the tailbone to pull that core. Rounding through the upper back, separate the fingers out from each other. Press the palms down lightly into the floor. Now doing your best, easier said than done, relax the neck. And as you relax the neck and you put that intent there to relax that, you put more pressure on the core. That's what we're coming for right now anyways. Right? Don't let the core run away from the work. Make it stand up and fight. Strong here for another 10, 9, the calmest breath that you can find. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for a moment. With control, slowly lower your hips down to your mat, keeping your shoulders stacked over your elbows. Bring the tops of your feet flat, reach out through your toes. I want you to literally one leg at a time, just lift it up and reach back, and then slowly lower, and then same with the other leg, reach back, slowly lower. Good, find a good length there. We want our hips to be feeling equally pressed into our mat here. So we're coming to our Sphinx pose, so we're pressing to our palms, and then we're going to go ahead and slowly, just slightly open and roll the shoulders back and pull our heart forward. We almost literally want to drag our bodies forward, right, by pressing to our palms and our forearms and our elbows. Michael's doing a great job of keeping this neck long and also soft. Gaze is steady forward. Finding a steady breath here, opening those core muscles, opening our hips, opening our shoulders and our chest, opening our minds. Reaching out through our toes, pressing into the palms. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring your forehead down to your mat. And your hands underneath your shoulders. Hands now coming along to your mid-low ribs. Spread the hands out wide. We're coming to low cobra pose. So engaging the glutes, pointing the toes back. We want to firm the quads so that the knees get a little lift away from our mat. That's going to help really find some good engagement into our glute as well. So glutes are strong, And then we want to go ahead and draw our core into our spine, press into the palms, and just like we were just doing in our Sphinx pose, we want to go ahead and pull our body forward, and then inhale, lift the heart. Hug the elbows and behind the back. Nice long neck demonstrated here once again, and the neck is soft, it's not crunched. Strengthening the inner back, upper back muscles, tightening your glutes, reaching out through your toes, firming the quads. Find another nice deep breath in. And on your exhale, nice and slow, lower your forehead down, and then bring your big toes to touch, knees out, hip distance, child's pose. Seeking your tailbone down and back towards your heels. And finding that similar energy here, tucking the tailbone in our child's pose, navel to spine, and now you're able to turn off the shoulders here for a moment. You're able to turn off the forehead, the neck, the jaw. Allow your forehead to melt into your mat. I want you to look at this pose here, right, to go along with our theme of surrendering, right? I want you to surrender your energy that you are creating here to those who need it. And like I said, if you're the one that needs it, you could be surrendering it to yourself. Nice and slow, we're going to come into a tabletop position. We're going to go through a few rounds of cat and cow. So we're going to stop our shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and then we want hip distance in between the knees and the feet. Tops of the feet flat. We want to do our best to try to bring all the tops of our toes flat to our mat. And then we're going to come into our cow pose first. So we're going to go ahead and lower our belly button, open our heart forward, lift our tailbone, lift our chin. We're going to pause here and find some steady breathing. So some actions of strength we want to find is pressing into the palms, spreading out the hands wide, and finding a little external rotation in the arms here. So if you're thinking with your pressing your palms down, I want to rotate my arm outwards from each other. It's going to allow you to open your shoulders, open your chest. And now we're going to come into our cat pose. I'm going to slowly tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, C-curve our mid-back, round through our shoulders, press our palms into our mat, reach out through our toes, and press the tops of our feet down here too. Helps relieve some of the pressure in our knees. Holding this position with some steady breathing as well. Keeping this nice rounded shield, turtle back looking pose. And then now we're going to go flowing with our breath. So we're going to inhale into our cow pose, open our heart, lift our tailbone, lower our belly button, lift our chin. And on our exhale, we're coming into our cat. Tuck the chin, round the back, tuck the tailbone. 2 more full rounds. Inhale, opening the heart forward. Exhaling into our cat. 1 more beautiful round here. Inhale, open the heart. External rotation in the arms if you're able to apply that cue today. And then exhaling into our final cat pose. And then coming into a neutral spine. Beautiful. Curl your toes underneath. Press strong into your arms. We're coming into bear pose. So shoulders over wrists, lift the knees, press into the toes strong. And we want to draw our belly button in as if we're about to go into our cat pose. So strong push away, knees hovering just a hair or 2 away from your mat if you can do that. If so, I recommend anything 1 inch and below. Tucking that tailbone, sucking in that core, firing up. Now let's find some more energy that can be drawn in this pose here. So as we press into the palms, draw your knees in towards your forearms. Almost like you're dragging your toes. Right? And as you press into the palms, think like in our other poses where we open our chest. Tailbone is still tucked, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your knees. Walk your hands out a few inches down in front of you. We're setting for first downward facing dog. Spreading our hands out nice and wide. We want to angle our middle fingers towards the front corners of our mat. Pressing into our thumb and our index finger primarily, putting most of the bearing weight there, okay? Then fire up all the pads of your fingertips. We're going to keep the bend in our knees. So we're going to go ahead and start to draw our heart towards our mid-thighs as we lift our knees and then our hips up towards the sky. So we're going to come into a bent knee down dog position here. So we can kind of allow our body just to get into this pose. So we're doing a good job here on our side of pulling our heart towards our mid-thighs, and we're closing this gap here. All right, so we have this nice, beautiful looking flat spine. And then our arms are nice and strong at the triceps. If you're able to apply that external rotation here in the arms, fire that up here and squeeze those triceps strong. Steady breath here. We're going to go ahead and keep our left leg bent, and we're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, straighten out just the right leg. We're going to pause here. We're going to draw the heel down anymore, lift the back of the right knee anymore, and then nice and slow, bend back into that right knee, take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, nice and slow, straighten out that left leg, pulling the left heel down towards the floor, lifting the back of that left knee, and keeping this heart very, very intentful as being drawn in towards his mid-thigh as we're doing this movement. Slowly bringing both knees back into the bend, take a nice deep breath in, and on our exhale, straightening out both legs into our down dog. Pulling our heart towards our mid-thighs, lifting the back of our knees, firming our quads to go and lengthen those hamstrings anymore, and then pulling our heels down. Strengthen those triceps. Beautiful work here. And just gazing in between the ankles and the knees. Coming high up onto your tippy toes, steady breathing here. Fight with me. Slowly start to tiptoe your feet forward to a forward fold at the front of your mat. Very small steps. As you see on our side, taking time. Meeting at the front of our mats. Nice and slow, inhale into a monkey pose. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the heart. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, coming up to a nice stand, arms reach up high. Palms touch, hands to heart center. Finishing with our warm-up section here. So now we're going to start getting into our working sets. Did you want to pause? Yeah. Okay. Start this finish. It looks bigger.
Cisco's arms are fucking massive.
Maybe that's because he's close to the screen.
It's very close.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Very close.
How about our ankles though? Look at those.
Yeah, Michael's got the ankles. Cisco's got massive calves too.
Been working on it.
Fucking
It's
bodies.
a lot of sledge pushing hill sprints, really.
Oh yeah.
Dear Santa, can I push your sled this winter? For Christmas, I would like calves.
Calves, please.
And I think this is the most effective way to do so.
Dear Santa.
Ho, ho, ho! Sorry, little boy, I've sold my gift distribution to Jeff Bezos. Christmas is now owned by him.
What's Santa really?
Yes, I just wanted some Teslas and strippers. Welcome to the North Pole.
Good to see you, Mr. Connery. I didn't know you were Santa.
Oh, it's me, Santa.
Santa.
Well, the riches and cocaine.
Santa, no!
Santa, yes. Santa.
Call me daddy.
Alright. How's this look, Eric?
Yep, right where you guys started. That was
Do I look
good.
stylish?
You do, yeah. It's better with the tuck in.
Okay, cool.
Tuck in and
I went here, and I went here, and you asked, alright, so where should I start with my hands together? They were down here when you asked me to take a break.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're both just like that.
Yeah. I figured, to kind of do that and then chill like that and then ask you, so I figured it would be alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so then we'll just go through all the work and then into the stretching, because obviously that's not so bad.
Cool.
Get to the stretching. Alright, cool. So standing tall at the front of our mats and getting set for our working sets now. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our dumbbells. Now if you don't have dumbbells, it's okay. If you don't need them, it just enhances the work really on our side. Okay? So I'm gonna have Michael face the screen here, and he's gonna bring his toes to the edge of his mat. And then he's gonna come into a goddess pose. So we're coming to a goddess stance, so also known as like a sumo squat stance, okay? So for those who are familiar with more weightlifting, same, but different. Okay, so we're bringing our weight back with our hips a little bit, right? And we want to make sure we're opening our knees nice and strong here back, pressing through our heels, lifting our toes. Okay. Now we're going to bring our arms down straight, palms facing forward. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do little oblique crunches, okay? So we're going to go ahead and just reach our right fist for our right ankle, and then we're going to come back up to center. So we're going to crunch enough so that we're not just, into our spine, but we feel that good squeeze in our side abdominal area, and then we're going to come back up to center, and then we're going to go to the other area. So we're going side to side here, alternating, okay? And we're working at a pace so that we can have just like a little bit of tempo. We want control, but then we're trying to also kind of just, raise the heat in our body just a little bit more by adding just a little bit of tempo, right? So side to side, good pace here. We're gonna go for another 20 seconds. So we're gonna be about at each spot for about 30-second duration. And Michael's doing a great job. So he's using his thighs, and you're sliding along the thighs. It's like a guide. And that's going to help him also keep his chest open, because you can use the arm to press into the thigh to lift the chest and lengthen the spine. 10 more seconds here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Coming out of this slow, let's pause at the center. Okay, bring our hands to our heart with our weights or without weights. And then let's inhale our arms up out over our head, star pose. Opening strong here. And then now just heel toeing our feet into hip distance, coming to a stand. And then slowly bringing your weights back down to your sides. Okay, now we're going to come to the front of our mats. Hip distance in between our feet. We're going to keep our right foot forward, and we're going to step our left foot back into space so we can come into a lunge. So position our shoulders over our hips over our back knee, and we're going to come into a big bend into the back knee here, so that we're going to stack our hip over that back knee again. Strong push over here off the back toes. The stronger we can make this, the more we're going to protect that left knee. So this can be, once again, done with the weights or without the weights. Stacking our front knee over the ankle, bring it forward a little bit, there we go, and sinking our hips straight down. Now the tough part, finding our Elvis pelvis, which is tucking the tailbone here in this lunge. Good, that's gonna really lock those hips into place. And now the joints are definitely not working, the muscles have taken over here. Lift the front toes up, make sure we're not gripping, and it's gonna help bring our weight into that front heel. And now we're gonna go weights to our shoulders, and we're gonna go boxing here. Don't worry if you're not a professional boxer, if you have zero experience, you don't need it for this. All right, we're going slow punches, in and out, alternating arms. This is just considered a straight punch, crosses, jabs, right? Finding strength here, and this is too difficult with the weights, you can definitely set the weights down and continue here, right? Going here for another 20 seconds. So finding that pace, and here's what I always say, if this is the first time you're taking one of my classes, be ready to really work. And then if you need to take rest, a good way to do it would be to come all the way up. And then you can come down back into the work. And that way you don't have to refine your stance and to take all this time to come back into the pose. Okay, so these are good ways to come in and out of the work so you can stick with us. Final punches here, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring our arms along our sides first, and then legs come up. Strong, straight legs and step forward. Beautiful. We're coming straight into our second side. So even out your stance with your feet, hip distance, and then big step back with your right foot, left foot is forward. So we're coming into a deep bend into our right knee again, and we're looking to stack our shoulders over our hips, and our hips over our back knee. Finding the same cues and strength, pushing strong in the back toes to protect the right knee. Keeping that left knee stacked over the left ankle, toes lift. And then remember that nice hard part, tucking the tailbone, low back is full. Lengthening our spine, bring the weights up to your shoulders. Nice and slow, steady punches, reaching out in front of you. Good. Gas pedal pushing the back leg. Keeping the glutes tight. You're going to feel a lot of work into that right glute here, so fire that side out. Okay, breathing nice and strong. Keeping the left toes lifted to keep that weight into that left heel. 10 more seconds of work here. Good pace on this side with the punches. Remember, we don't need the weights. And reminders again, if you need your rest, we taught you how to step up, come up here like Michael's showing, and then you come right back into the heat. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms down to the sides first, legs come up and strong, step forward. Beautiful job. Go ahead and coming back to our first exercise, second set. So we're going to come facing the screen again here on our side. We can face each other, right? We feel like we're working together here. And we're going to bring the toes again to the edge of the mat so that this way we know if our feet are even with each other. Good, setting up for our sumo or goddess pose. Okay, and then our hips are reaching back, the weight comes to our heels. And we want to think, if you can lift the center of the inside of your arch just a hair away from your mat, that's going to bring the weight to the outside of your feet. And that's going to help keep those knees open and strong back. So we're in our low position now. We found our center, we found our depth, right? And we have great alignment over here, knees over ankles, right? They're not buckling in or out. Lifting the toes, making sure the weight's once again in our heels. Okay, and then arms coming down to our sides. Now we're gonna enhance it a little bit here so you can work at that first rate, which we just kept this pose and we're going side to side. But now we're gonna go ahead and start with our right side. We're gonna come up onto our right toes and lift that right heel, squeeze that right calf. Now make sure that knee stays open on that right side and make sure the left leg stays open too. You can use the back of your left hand. And now we're going to go ahead and go crunches down on this side. We're going to go 10 seconds crunches. 10, 9, 8, 7. So the heel can be up or down. Squeeze that calf. Get higher up onto the toes. Keep fighting for it, Michael, and everybody else out there. Feel his pain, everybody. And coming to center, lowering the heel. Second side is ready to work. And the left heel comes up, comes strong, high into the left toes. Squeeze that calf and pulse it. Breathe in here. 7 seconds left. Keep that strong lift. Remember, it can be up or down with the heel. Find your level. Working for 3, 2, 1. Coming to center, lower both heels. Establish your pose. Rest if needed, but hang with me if you have that strength. Let's dig it up. Remember, who are you digging energy up for? Make it greater than yourself right now. And then nice and slow with the breath, push through the heels, inhale the arms up over the head into star pose. Heel toe your feet in towards each other, nice and slow. And then exhale, bring the hands down to your sides. Beautiful job. Coming back to the front of our mats with our weights or without the weights. Remember, we have options here. Feeling the burn? I hope so. So we're going to go ahead and build off of this. So we're going to keep our right foot forward and we're stepping our left foot back into our similar lunge position. Taking a deep bend into the left knee, right knee over right ankle, finding our similar alignment, shoulders over hips, tucking our tailbone, core nice and strong. Good, gas pedal pushing the back toes. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and bring our arms up again. We've got our punches. So this time we're going to go out with our right hand. We're just going to hold it there. With or without the weight for 10, 9. You should feel this lat right here on the right side. We want to engage that. Round it, push through it. 5, 4, keep the legs strong. Keep that left glute fired up. 3, 2, nice and slow, bring that right hand back in, left arm out, hold strong. Same thing, that lat. That lat is underneath the shoulder, right? The big back muscle. So find that, squeeze through it, breathe. Remember, tricep strong, help the shoulders, lift that arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, left fist comes in. Strong, straight legs. Good, step forward. Second side. Right foot steps back, left foot stays forward, finding our breath as we come into our pose. Right knee bends real deep. Left knee stays back, stacked over that heel. Tuck the tailbone, core stays in. Fire up the back leg. We're going to go left arm out first this time. Nice, strong again, pushing through those lat muscles. Engaging the tricep. Breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. Bring the fist back in. Other arm coming out. Strong again. You can see the tricep firing up on our screen. And he's doing a real well job of keeping this nice and level. Right? He's not letting the weight sink down and get lazy here. It's staying fired up and strong. I'm sure he likes it when I'm pushing and pulling on the weight as well, when he's trying to hold it, as is. Breathe in here for 3, 2, 1. Fist comes back in, up, strong, step forward. Beautiful job. So we're going to come back into our first exercise, our goddess pose, with our oblique crunches. Okay? This time we're going to add both of the variations combined. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to say rep it out. So that means you're going to go side to side in your crunches, in your sumo, or our goddess, right? And then I'll say pulse to the right, and you'll stay to the right and just pulse. Now, when we're doing our pulses, you have that option of taking that advanced position of coming high up onto the toes and lifting that heel and really firing up that calf. So getting ready mentally and physically. We're in our position. Don't forget our fundamentals from our first rounds. Open the knees, lift the arch of the inside, just a hair away from the floor. Lift the toes, stack well, sink low, and let's rep it out side to side. We're gonna go here for 10 seconds. Good pace here on this side. You should find maybe anywhere from 6 to 10 reps, right? Going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, we're going to pulse it to the left. So left side pulsing, nice and strong. Squeezing, and then pulsing over to the right. Squeezing those obliques, keeping your heart open, keeping the shoulders open. Squeezing back over to the left, pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to the right, pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to the left once more and pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 into the right. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rep it out, side to side. So we're repping it out. So if you don't need a rest, keep working. If you need to, come into this strong stance here, engage your glutes, find your breath, find your form, and then come back down into that heat. Repping it out, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it over to your right. Crunch it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over to your left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the right last time. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the left. All the fire in the world couldn't put you out right now. Let's go. And come to center position. Stand nice and slow and strong. Inhale the arms up over the head. Heel toe the feet in. Exhale, release the arms down to the sides. As you can see, the legs have been working because the pants no longer fit our model, which is a good thing, a beautiful thing. He's getting in a low position. Your legs should be burning like crazy right now, and if not, you are half human, half cyborg. Okay? So anyways, great work on this side. Give him a little virtual fist ball because he's crushing it here, right? It's not easy stuff. So we're coming into our third round of our second exercise. Last round of this set of exercises. We're getting close. Okay, adding on here. So right foot's forward, we're stepping the left foot back. Okay, nice and strong here. We're coming into our lunge position. Shoulders over hips. Front knee is stacked over ankle. Strong push into the back toes. Tailbone is tucked, core is in. Arms come up to the shoulders. Punching position. So same thing, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it out, alternating hands. And then I'm gonna go ahead and say, hold the right arm out there. We pause, hold for 3, 2, 1, hold the left arm out there, right arm comes in. 3, 2, 1, wrap it out. Nice and easy punches here. We wanna keep that chest, fairly squared in front of us. We don't get too much twisting here, right? A lot of lats working, right? That's where all the power and rotations come from. And then hold the right arm out. 3, 2, 1, right arm in, left arm out. 3, 2, 1, and then rep it out again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need to rest, right, we come all the way up with straight legs. We pause here for a moment. And then you go ahead and come back down into the heat. And then we're going to go hold the right arm out in front of us for 3, 2, 1. Left arm comes out in front of us. 3, 2, 1. And then rep it out one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beast mode, step up and forward. Rest those weights down to the side. You earned that. Put a smile on your face right now though, because baby, this is the last set right here. Here we go. Good vibes. Let's keep it. Remember, who needs these good vibes right now? These powerful vibes, right? We're digging up strength. Left foot is forward, right foot steps back, right knee is bent. We're bringing shoulders over our hips again, right? Finding our alignment from our first rounds. Strong push off the back toes. Planting into that front heel. And let's wrap it out here on this side. Good. Going for 5 seconds. Keeping our glutes strong here in our lunge, right? We don't want to disengage those legs because the arms are moving out. And then the left arm's going to stick out in front of us. We hold for 3, 2, 1. Right arm out in front of us. 3, 2, 1. And then rep it back out. Let's go. Bring the fire. Let's go. Here it is. Fired up. We're almost done. Keep that in mind. Not that we're looking to finish, but it's good to know that we're almost there. Left arm goes out. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Right arm out. Strong. Tricep. 3, 2, 1. Rep it out. Here we go. Almost there. Yes. Find the fire. And Michael did a great job. He needed a second. He found it. And he's right back into that hard work. Don't run away from it. Last time, hold. Left arm, 3, 2, 1. Right arm last time, hold, tricep, 3, 2, 1. Rep it out, last 5 and 4. Stick with it, 3, come on, 2, 1. Stand tall, strong, forward. There it is. Beautiful work. Let's go ahead and set our weights off to the sides of our mat. And let's go ahead and take our blocks, okay? So if you don't have blocks, you can use pillows. And if you don't have pillows, then you can go ahead and I'll give you a third modification for this, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and bring our blocks onto our mat, onto the lowest side, okay? And we're gonna bring in, so we're going to bring the blocks to the width of our mat, okay? And then now we're going to go ahead and take a seat. So we want our glutes to be right here in the center of our mat, and our elbows should be able to rest here back on these blocks. So if we do not have blocks, okay? So we're going to be resting our elbows on here. You will come into this position here. Okay, and just have the elbows informed onto your mat, okay? It's not too big of a difference. With the blocks, it just gives you, once again, just like the weights, a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna really engage our back muscles here, right? It's kind of rare in yoga, on a yoga mat, that we have the opportunity to go ahead and get a row or some kind of row squeeze to go on here. So we have our elbows into our blocks here. Michael's doing a great job, right? We want to think like we're in our cobra pose, right? We're squeezing our shoulder blades in, we're hugging our elbows in behind us, but now we have to kind of press our elbows down into these blocks. So we have our legs straight out in front of us. I'm going to have Michael bring his heels in a little bit closer to him, so it's more 90 degrees in his knees here. And now he's lifting his body by pressing his elbows down and opening his chest forward, right? So think like we're holding on to some weights and we're pulling ourselves forward, right? So we're squeezing into our back, pressing into our heels, and we're hugging our knees into one another. That's going to help. So finding this strength here. Now that we have this nice and locked into place, we're going to come into some more core work. So if this is enough core work for you here, we can stay here, or there's a couple other variations too to build from. So we're going to go ahead and bring our legs up. So this bend knee position here, this is one level of work that we can find. So we can be on the ground. We can even go 1 foot down, 1 foot up. Okay, so let's come both feet back up, Michael. So we're holding this position here, and we're drawing our knees in towards our chest. And we're drawing our chest in towards our knees, and we're keeping our heels up high or higher than the knees. Holding this position here, right? Michael's been working. Hope you're working with us too. Hope you've been got it set up, giving you time for sure. Bonus time here. Let's breathe for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Exiting nice and slow. The heels come down, bend into the knees. Good, and go ahead and relax the arms and go ahead and bring one hand forward at a time. Come off the blocks here for a second. Legs can stretch out in front of us. Just taking a couple breaths here. Kind of recovering from that work mentally, physically. And now that you know where you're going, now we can use that intelligence into this next round here, this work. So go ahead and set ourselves up here for round 2. Go ahead and bring in our elbows back down to our blocks or down to our mats. And then we're finding that back engagement, lifting the heart, drawing the heels in, Core is drawn in here. And you want to think you're trying to tuck your tailbone in this position, but that's how you're going to really kind of be able to draw that belly in. Now opening the heart, drawing the core in, slowly lifting one leg at a time or both legs that's there. So we're at this bending position again. More advanced. Let's go strong, straight legs. Engage the quads. Beautiful. Opening the heart to our knees, pulling the knees towards our chest, hugging our heels in towards one another. And you just want to keep that burst of energy. I want you to think that there's this light of energy just coming out of your chest, and then just drawing your knees in towards it. That light, it's that fire. That's your soul. That's your spirit. Let's breathe here for another 10 seconds. And we're going to get fired up here. Burn it. 10, 9, 8, 7, you got it. Keep saying it, you got it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep working. Keep breathing. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Who needs it? Who needs it? Knees into your chest first, and then heels come down. Coming forward, legs out straight in front of you. And the top of your thighs. One more. One more time. Setting up. Get your swears out on me. Whatever you need to do. I get it. But remind yourself once again, when you feel weak, you feel like resting, who are you digging this energy up for? The new you, or someone you know or don't know? Back is strong, pressing into our blocks. Core is tucked, engaged. Now we slowly lift our heels up. Find our working position. We can stay here or on the heels, or we're coming to straight legs again. Strong straight legs. And then we're going to go ahead and bring the knees into our chest. So bending the knees, knees into the chest. And then straightening the legs. Bending the knees, knees to the chest. And then straighten the legs. The goal here we want to do is we almost want to mimic just the knees staying in one fixed position. And then the legs, when they go straight, they come into our bow pose. And then we bend. And then the quads lift the legs straight and the core stays strong. Keeping that fixed position. Is it easy? Heck no. Why would we want to be doing easy things right now? Just find your level. Michael is definitely feeling it because he's putting in that work. I hope you're sticking with us here. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, nice and slow. Heels come down, knees come in, lean forward. And slowly making our way into a tabletop position. We're going to come into a twist here. Coming to thread the needle. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, hip distance in between the feet. Pressing into our palms. And we're going to reach our right arm up towards the ceiling. So press to the left, inhale the right arm up, open your chest. And then on your exhale, nice and slow, dive your right hand through to the left side. Your right forearm should kind of slide across your left forearm. And then you want your left elbow 90 degrees as you press down into that left palm. Now this seems like a stretch that you could just kind of say, let's turn the lights off and chill. But let's stay active in the pose. So pressing down through our left palm, reaching out through our right fingertips. And then you want to keep your hips anchored back and reaching up, okay? So press into that left palm, reach out through your right hand. I want you to press the back of your right palm down lightly into the floor. And then I want you to slightly rotate your body over to the right so you can create that pull and stretch the back of the shoulder. Finding a steady breath here, nice and calm breathing. Staying active in the stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find an inhale, press into your left palm, and then inhale your right arm back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release your right arm down. Second side, press into your right palm now, then inhale your left arm, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, dive that hand through. Same thing, friction, left forearm crosses the right. And then reaching out through the left fingertips, pressing into the right palm. Our hips are stacked over our knees still. Keep them anchored there. And as we reach out through our left hand, we just find this ever so soft twist back to our left to create that pull. Nice calm breathing here on this side. Breathing here for another 10. Your calmest, your deepest breaths you can find. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. Find an inhale. Reach your left arm back up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, release. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and step our right foot forward in between our hands, coming into the lunge position. So adjust here so that we can have that front knee over our ankle, hips over that back knee. And we're going to go and bring both hands to the inside of the right leg. We're going to step our right foot out just an inch. So if you lift it and just heel toe it just an inch out to the side there, good. Now we want to go ahead and pull that right hip back into space here. Square the hips, tuck the tailbone. Okay, now walk your hands up your right thigh. Press the knee down and away, lengthen the spine. Low back is full and strong. Now inhaling the arms out in front of us, parallel to the floor. Palms facing in. Reaching out through the fingertips. And we want to hinge right at the hips here, at the waist. We're going to reach out through our fingertips and fold forward and bring our hands down to the inside of our leg. And if we can, bring our hands down to our mat, palms flat. Now if you're not able to get there, we can go ahead and use your block if you have it, or pillows. You can place the hands on top of the block, and that's going to bring the floor closer to you. It's going to allow you to get into this deep hip opener. So finding your level. If we are able to press our palms down into our mat, if not into our blocks, right? Press into the palms and think monkey pose. Press into the palm and lengthen the heart forward. Not so aggressive, just very faintly here. Just lengthen, make sure that spine is staying long. Pressing into the back foot. Weights in the front heel, lift the toes. 10 more seconds here. Nice calm breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. We're going to bring the right hand to our right knee. And then press that right hand into the knee and then push yourself back up. And step your right knee back to meet your left knee into kneeling position. Meeting in tabletop. We're going to our second side here. So we're going to go ahead and step our left foot forward in between our hands. And then go ahead and bring our hands to the top of our left thigh. Tucking the tailbone, squaring the hips, lengthening your spine. Inhale your arms out in front of you, parallel to the floor. And on your exhale, we're hinging at our waist again, pulling our heart forward, hands coming down to our mat, our blocks, our pillows, matching what we set up on our first side. So make sure our hips stay squared, press into the top of the right foot, and then lightly press into our palms to lengthen our spine forward. Demonstrating on this side, nice soft neck, long neck. Let the triceps work here. All right, let the shoulders be able to turn off just a little bit. Nice calming breaths into this deep stretch here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. We're going to bring now the left hand to the left knee. Press down strong into the knee with the arm. And then go ahead and step back with the left foot, tabletop position. Come into melting heart pose. Lots of shoulders today. Go ahead, let's open our chest here, walking our hands forward. Hips are stacked over the knees. I have Michael bring his hips forward just a little bit more. Perfect. Reaching back to our toes. And this is another pose. You just want to think really surrendering the heart now to your mat. You can rest your forehead. If you're able to, you can lift the chin and rest the chin. That's going to allow you to kind of get a little bit deeper into the shoulders and the chest there. But if that doesn't feel good on your body, come back with resting the forehead down. So keeping your hips anchored where they're at, you want to envision that your fingertips just keep sliding forward and your heart just keeps melting closer down to the mat. Breathe with that intent for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And sit your glutes back down onto your heels. And then let's go ahead and make our way onto our back for our final stretch. Nice and slow. When we get down to our back, we're going to go ahead and bring our knees into our chest and hug our shins with our hands. So this is a nice stretch here, especially after hitting some core like that. If you give your shins and your knees a nice pull towards your chest and then into your chest, okay, we're going to go ahead and release that low back there. So hold this position here. So give yourself a good firm hug. So the knees in and then pull them in towards your chest. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee is staying in, left leg goes out strong and straight. We're setting up for our supine twist. So we're going to go ahead and keep our left hand on our right leg, and the right arm's going to come out to the T, palm facing up. You want to think the thumb is just slightly higher than the right shoulder. And then we're going to go ahead and make our left leg nice and strong. Flex that quad. And now bring the heel up on the right foot so it's 90 degrees at that knee. And we're going to take a nice deep breath. And on our exhale, nice and slow, we're going to find a twist over to our left. Coming onto our left side body. Now we want to twist to a depth where we don't feel like we're cranking ourselves and forcing ourselves into a twist. So Michael's finding his distance where it feels comfortable on his spine. So now if we have space between you and the floor, if you're able to, we can hold that. If you have, a special assistant where you set up yourself, you can set your blocks up. Or pillows up even if you have a few, right? You can go ahead and kind of help support that ankle and that leg underneath the ankle and the shin. So finding our breath here for a few more in this twist. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow, coming back to center. Keep the right knee in towards your chest as you come to center. And bring that left knee in to meet it. Hug the shins in once more. Remember, pull the knees into your chest and into your chest. And then now we'll come into the second side. Right leg goes out in front of us. Left knee stays in. Strong, straight right leg. Press through that right heel. And curl the toes up towards the knees. Good. Right hand stays on the leg. Left arm comes out to T, palm facing up. Lengthen your spine out through the crown of your head and all through your heel. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, find your twist. And then what we did on the first side. Now on the second side may not feel as fluent. Maybe it feels better, or maybe you feel pretty balanced. Use props on first side. Second side, I always recommend, even if that side feels more open, you want to have a balanced practice. So right, you've heard the term before, you're as strong as your weakest teammate. You're as strong as your weakest side. So look at your body like that when you're going to do your practices. And if you have more awareness, and you protect it better that way too. So finding your breath. For another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and slow, coming back to center, both knees into your chest. Hugging into a tight little ball here, so knees to eye sockets. And in this whole tight position, I want you to just appreciate yourself for participating in a class like this that's going to make you stronger physically, mentally, and spiritually. Coming into our Shavasana, take a nice deep breath in, and on your exhale, slowly open up. Arms along your sides, palms facing up, legs out straight in front of us. And bring your feet to about the width of your mat. Let the toes angle out, let weight take over, gravity do its work. And if you're able to rest the center knuckle, the middle knuckle of both hands into the floor, it brings your arms to a good position away from the sides of your body. And just putting less effort to no effort into this pose. Right? The biggest effort here is now just connecting with breath. Now you have the option here to lay in Shavasana. Music will come on.